Well then, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, y'all. What's up with it, cuzzo? This is the Canteen podcast. I'm your host, PHLNCH. Journey Jones, you already know what it is. And I got a guest today.
Hello.
What's your name?
Cosmic Gambino, or if you like my TikTok, the Cosmic Expansion Show.
Okay, yes. The Cosmic Expansion Show, guys. We got him here today live at my table. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. Yeah. So follow him on like TikTok and everything else.
Yeah, I just do a bunch of like gaming stuff, anime, wrestling, just anything that I kind of like, just geek culture, really.
Geek culture, guys.
That's what I call it. I think most people call it that too.
Okay, so then today we were gonna talk about what?
You're gonna eat all.
Yeah, bro. I've been saving this.
You've been saving that banana?
Yes, because it's 4 over there, and I could go through 3 of them real quick.
I believe it too.
But I was like, let me just try to be courteous and save Tariq at least a couple bananas. Shoot. So I've been waiting for this.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this freaking banana here.
Go ahead and munch on, champ.
Champ. Yeah. So what we got? We got today, y'all. We just actually wanted to vent. You know what I'm saying about life at 24 in 2024. It's
yeah, we're both 24. We're both 24.
Yeah, we're both 24.
A little bit older than you.
By a couple months.
Like 4.
By 4 months.
But it's a long 4 months. That's how you look.
Yeah.
Really just talk about our experiences being. What are we like? Are we millennials or Gen Z?
Okay, so I was looking it up last night, and they said millennials were born in the like right at the 90 mark.
Okay.
So you got like 1889 up to 19 something.
Probably, I think like 1994, if I something.
Probably. But see, it's weird because like then the Gen Z starts at, because technically I think we're considered Gen Z.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
1999.
Yep.
Yeah, 1999, right? So we're considered Gen Z, but who cares? Being 24 in this day and age is just ridiculous. I mean, because like when my mama was 24, I'm sure she was already living on her own. You know what I'm saying? And the issue is just that, you know.
We can't do that.
No. Everybody I know in our age group is working several jobs. And I just think that's kind of sad because we're at the point in our lives where we should be celebrating. That. We should be not
in our 20s actually doing exciting things, like while working, but also having the freedom to experience life. Because they always hyped about life in your 20s. Life in your 20s like this, life in your 20s like that. But we just know nothing about like going to work.
That's all we
and
know.
Going home.
That's it. Because you don't have enough money to hang out if you wanted to anyways. Like, and I'm not speaking for every 24-year-old here. Because I know there's some 24-year-old millionaires. And if you happen to be listening to this podcast and you're a 24-year-old millionaire.
hey, what's up?
Yeah, I know, right? Please feel free to hand over a donation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I accept PayPal, Cash App.
For sure.
You know, all of
Chime. That's for me.
Yeah, Venmo. Like, I don't even care. I'll make an account. Like, just give me some. Cause, you know, ever since I was like 21, that's when I decided I was like, I wanna strive for better. Because I tried to do the whole you're 20 and you're still alive and you know, it's time to you're 20, experience life. I tried to do that like when I was 20. But then I realized, you know, I had enough money to like pay my bills. I was cool, but the mindset back then it was very small. Like, just pay the bills and then hang out. And that was like my responsibility that I took on, to pay my bills and then to hang out because I just wanted to have fun. I'm 20, right. You know? But 2021 hit, and then I was like, oh my gosh, there's 16-year-old millionaires out there? How? And then ever since then, I was just like, ooh, I gotta start putting in some work, you know? And me putting in this work, I ain't stopped working since. And it's nothing that I'm proud of. So, honestly, everybody knows me for somebody that's extremely busy. And I don't really want to be this busy. But I'm only being this busy so that I can hopefully not be so busy when I'm 30 years old.
Right.
You know?
Or
when I'm 25. Yeah.
Trying to make some kind of influence on the world while getting some monetary value. And by the time you're 30, you're not doing as much work. And that's a good mindset. That's a really the hustler's mindset. Because when we're what we're going through right now, it is tough. Like inflation's tough. Everything's so high. Gas is so high. Food is so high. It's hard to live, and it's hard to just accept that. Really, just going to accept that this is what my situation, and it sucks, but whatever. That is no. You have to strive for more, and sometimes things are gonna be left out. You're gonna sacrifice some personal relationships. I do that often, and I suck at it, and I feel really bad. I don't call people as often because I'm either at work or I'm streaming or I'm video editing, and I'm just trying to get my name out there and be recognized. So I definitely understand how busy you are.
So, explain to everybody else your job concept. What do you do? Jobs. Because you work multiple jobs too now.
Yeah, technically two.
Yeah.
I work at P.F. Chang's. I'm a chef in the line cook, whatever. But I also stream and make videos in my time that I'm not there. Some days I put in hours streaming and editing longer than I would be doing at my actual job. That banana is gone.
Right. Oh yeah.
That one banana is I've been waiting for you, bro.
I've been waiting for them over there too. Shoot, there's three more calling my name.
I think they're scared. I can see them huddling in the corner.
But
yeah,
your jobs. Okay, putting in. That's actually me too. I'm putting in more. Okay, so let me just tell everybody. I work at a museum, and I also do. I'm paid for creating videos for people. Do I work harder at my video job than I do my museum job? Yes. And I think that's everybody that has a conscious mind of the fact that, one job is not going to sustain you. You can go get hired at a restaurant or a museum or a grocery store. And if you thought that you was going to survive off that, no, you're not.
Not in this day and age. Maybe before.
Yeah. Before when?
Before.
What would you say?
I would say the time period that you could work at a grocery store and be all right would be 1960s, maybe. 60s, 70s.
I think you can come up a little bit. I think you can say the 90s. My parents did it.
Well, okay, yeah. I may have been misconstruing heavily because I'm thinking about when's the prime time that people were doing the bare minimum but still going to college. So maybe 70s, 80s, 90s, around the time where everything wasn't so high.
Yeah, cause
So I'm trying to think what was going on in that time frame. 60s, it was the Cold War, and so 70s too. There was a lot of manufacturing and a lot of plant jobs actually. Mm-hmm. A lot of steel mills and oil mills, not cotton mills, but
and they worked at those jobs and they was paid a couple cents an hour. Can you believe
what?
That? Oh yeah, you didn't know?
No.
Dude, listen. Okay, so I work at a museum. At this museum, there's this man there, and he's 75. So that means he was born. I think he said he was born in the 40s or the 50s. Mm-hmm. Born. Okay, so in his working life, he said rent was $12 for a decent sized house. I said $12.
$12.
What do you mean? What? Okay. $12 for rent. I can't remember what else he may have priced, but I just know that he was getting paid. He got paid $35 a month. Bro, we trying to get paid that per hour. I was $35 a month, and your rent is $12 a month, so that leaves you with about $20-something a month to sustain your family of, I think at this time it may have been just him and his wife.
Okay, so 2 people.
We're talking maybe in the 60s, close to the 70s, I believe. This is at the time I think where he may have been, you know, trying to sustain him and his wife so far.
Mm-hmm.
His wife had gotten pregnant. This is how I know, because he said he had to move out when she got pregnant, and they had to get their own house. $12, $12, $12.
$12.
And I was like, bro.
Him, his wife, and a coming child, $12.
So imagine paying the house off.
That would take, well, depending on what house it is. But rent's $12.
Yeah,
That's not the actual cost of the house. So maybe like.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to think. Will that be like $100?
To pay off the house?
You could pay that. 12, then like.
Okay. You could pay the house. Okay, so let's just imagine like you being, you're him,
yeah.
And $12 a month for 12 months is 100 and what's the math? 21.
12 times 12.
Yeah.
144.
Okay, 144. So if you paid $150 a year, you would not have to worry about a house payment.
You wouldn't.
It's just,
That is insane. Do you know how much leftover money he would probably had?
Like, okay, so if he took our income today and you implemented it into his lifestyle back then, you would have been rolling in a ton of dough. Cause
I get paid like $16.30. But I work I'm at max 25 hours.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some math because I can't do that math in my brain.
Okay. While you do your math, it's like, because like what we would be paying for rent would be, these days, minimum rent is probably at least $1,500.
Yeah, my rent's like $1,200 maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So
$1,300.
We can definitely say that rent is always over $1,000.
Yeah.
At least, like apartment house, like over $1,000 for a decent place to stay, and I'm just shocked. I guess I thought about this a while, like when he first mentioned it. Okay, what's the math you can?
So 1 week, 2 weeks, I'm assuming, I would get $407.
Like, what are you saying?
Oh, that was a week. My fault.
Okay, so
2 weeks, it'll be like $700 that I would get for a check.
Like, okay, what did you do for the math?
I did my pay
times
what my usual hours would end up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was $407 a week.
Yeah.
$700 for 2 weeks.
Okay. $700 per 2 weeks. So per month, you're talking about maybe $1,400 per month. So your rent is $12 a month.
My rent is like $1,200, $300.
I'm just saying, like, if you had implemented this income versus like
back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude,
like, and how many,
rolling in dough.
Yeah. Okay. So like, imagine. So we in 2024. So that's about 24 years ago, plus an additional 40 years ago. So we're talking about 60 years ago. It was easy. And let me just mention this too. So what the old folks be saying these days about how kids are lazy?
Yep.
My boss say that all the time.
No.
Yes. And she be talking about me.
Talking about you being lazy?
Yeah. I'm like, girl, you just don't know what I be putting. You don't know what kind of work I be putting in for you to call me lazy.
I be giving mean looks, but I've been like,
how dare you call me lazy? You don't know who I am, because I'm far from that.
You are far from that. You are a hard worker. Like, you're constantly doing something.
It's
hard to hold you down.
Yeah, bro. It's like, how could you call me lazy? But I don't care, because she don't know me. So,
Facts.
But it's just, and she in her 60s. The dude I was talking about, he in his 70s. I don't know if his perception of younger people is the same. Oh, they're young, they don't want to work for real, you know.
So many people say that, but you know what the truth is?
What's the truth?
We want to work what we're owed.
Mm-hmm.
If what we're doing is less, is more than what we're actually getting, then that's something that we're just not gonna put like a lot of heart into. That's me and my job. Like I said, I'm a cook. I get like 16, but the amount of work that we have to go through in the back, like the kitchen and just getting all the orders done, and they want you to get it under like I'm going to assume like 5 minutes, and they would dumb it down like all of our prep work to you should have this out in under 5 minutes. But then you get hit. It's Mother's Day. There's so much food. There's so many people coming in constantly that your mental is degrading as well as your physical, and it doesn't even feel like it's worth it.
Exactly. And that's just the thing. Like, I feel like they have this mentality of us because, you know what, I actually don't know, but I'm going to ask somebody one day. I'm going to be like, why do you think that all the 20-year-olds and under are lazy? Like, how can you say that? Because, because what? Because we don't think we deserve $10 an hour for standing at a cash register? Do you think, like, the work is that minimal for us to think that, like, for us to be okay with $10? Like, I remember, and I know you remember, the point in time where we all went from about $7, getting paid about $7 an hour, to it slowly coming up to about 10. Do you remember that?
We started talking when I was at my first job. At Restaurant Depot.
Yeah.
That was like $12, $11, something like that. But it's a big store. It's like a lot of restaurant items, a lot of packaging. Like it's like Sam's Club, like a whole lot of bulk items. So like picking those up, restocking them, all that physical labor, it's like that. I was pay like that $11, $12 range. I didn't work anywhere else. Like my dad, congrats to my dad, he would give me some change, but it wasn't like a lot. It was like $25 or whatever like that. So when did you start working?
When?
Yeah.
Bro, I started as soon as I turned 16.
Wow.
I started working in 2016, because my birthday was, November. So as soon as I turned 20, so it was 2015. I started working in 2015. As soon as I turned 16, I got a job like probably in December of 2016. So after a month or so of being 16, that's when I got hired at Zaxby's. And, the pay was $7.25. Now, if you ask my mama how much she was getting paid per hour, she say $4. I was like,
huh?
What are you supposed to do off $4?
$4 where?
At Hardee's.
At Hardee's.
We're talking
$4.
Like $4. Okay, we're talking like this is year, had to be, she might have been in the 80s. In the 80s, probably late 80s, early 90s, yeah. $4. So I'm just like, what did y'all do for? Because us being where we are today, we can't fathom $4.
You can't fathom. Like, what do you do with $4?
What do you do with 48 cents an hour? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm gonna do more math. I'm gonna
do more math. Yeah.
$4, and let's say she worked 30 hours a week. That is $120
a week.
Yes.
So, per month, you probably get about $500.
That is one of our checks. And we still can't do anything, really.
That's crazy.
I'm about to throw out some facts for you. I have some written down.
Go ahead, please, yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
As of 2024, millennials and Gen Z have less money than any other point in U.S. history. A majority of young adults are living with family at the highest ever since the Great Depression.
That's so crazy. Because everybody keep being like, when you gonna move out? When you gonna move out? Bro, I can't move out.
Come on. It's a paycheck to paycheck. I can pay the rent, but then I have no water, I have no electricity, I have no internet, I can't do anything else.
Exactly. It's like, you're paying, at minimum, like we said, at least $1,200 for your rent.
Yep.
Plus, internet is probably, I'd say about, what do you pay for internet?
I pay a lot because I have a high-speed internet. I pay $80.
Yeah, I was about to say about 80 to 100. That's how much we pay. 80, and our internet is not even that fast.
Yeah, that's crazy too. I pull like 100 megabytes.
See, I don't really know the terminology for all of that. Like, All I know is that our internet is not as fast as it could be, but we pay $80 though, and that's with Spectrum. Is that the issue?
No, I Spectrum too.
You got Spectrum?
Yeah, but I hear AT&T, if you have the fiber, you can pay $80 a month, and you will get 1,000 megabytes.
Have you tried it?
I am in an apartment complex, and I can't get fiber.
Oh.
With AT&T, so I am forced to be with Spectrum and pay $80 for like 100.
You said you forced.
I'm forced. Actually, I would say 100. I would say like 600 megabytes. Yeah, 600 megabytes for the $80 a month, while AT&T for 80, the same price, gets 1,000.
Yeah. Okay. That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. A lot of us are forced to live with our family members just to stay afloat, just stay alive, and even then, it's still paycheck to paycheck.
And then it comes into the whole conversation of, well, how are you managing your money? And it's like, well, let's not talk about how we're managing our money, because we are actually conscious enough to strategically pay our bills to the point where there's some left over to save at least. But it's just like, you still need $300,000 to get a house. How long is it going? If we had started saving when we were 2 months old, then maybe we would have enough by now. But you telling us from the, what, I would say maybe 8 years we've been working. Because it hadn't even been 10 years yet. It couldn't have been 10 years because we would have been 14.
Right.
So about 18 years we've been working. I mean, 8. My bad, 8. About 8 years we've been working. And you expect us to move out? Okay, a $300,000 house is probably for a nice size 3-bedroom, maybe 4-bedroom, 3-bath.
Nice lawn, all that kind of stuff. Sidewalk, maybe even a driveway.
Yeah, maybe a paved driveway, maybe. This is for your standard house, standard family house. Let's say that is about $300,000. So, what if we don't want to move into no apartment? Because I personally don't. So it's just like, if I'm moving into a single home, maybe with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, I would at least want 2 bathrooms. You're looking at, I don't know. You're not looking at $300,000, probably not, but probably $200,000 for sure.
200, like 180, maybe.
Yeah. It's gonna be it's gonna be way over $150,000, because I never seen a house over at $150,000 before, unless it's like maybe a mobile home. And there's nothing wrong with the mobile home. It's just that me, at my age, I want to move into a house, and then I want to move out of this house whenever it's time for me to like get married. So, and then you at this point you can sell the house, because it's a house. You sell the house for because it's going to appreciate over time. So you sell the house for more than what you bought it like. So if you can do the same with a mobile home, but you can charge more for a house.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand how I'm supposed to ever buy a house if I can barely save $10,000 from a paycheck. And I work part-time. I work 6 hours a day for 4 days. And I get paid $25, and I don't do much there. I do, but
you don't do like I'm trying to say this. You do the job, but it's not a really labor-intensive job.
Oh yeah, not at all.
It's mostly just editing and making like the clips, right?
I have done that. Yeah, that's part of it. Mainly, my job is more so communication based rather than me ever picking up anything. It's an office job. So I'm sitting and I'm making calls and I'm scheduling. It's simple stuff, bro. I could do it from my house, really. But, it's cool and everything. But, you would think that being that this job that I have now is part-time, I would have more time to focus on my video job. And realistically, if we're being completely honest, videos are worth a couple $1,000s, but don't nobody around here want to talk about that. So I'm not even going to get into it, because what the freak do I look like being paid $200 for a video that's 30 minutes long? Be realistic.
There's no way.
Be realistic. A 30-second a music video that's like less than 5 minutes goes for $50,000 probably minimum. The things is
the production and all the editing.
it takes
the lighting.
creative energy to do that. Like
Right.
you have to sit and think, and that's the whole thing about any art job. And that's a whole nother conversation. The whole starving artist thing. I'm not a fan because, and then AI. But we're not even.
AI here.
Yeah. Anyways, I should be getting paid thousands of dollars for my video jobs. You would think that I could be a millionaire. I could be. But then it's like, what do you blame? Do you blame the area? Do you blame, what do you blame? Because, like, the things you do, streaming, how much, like, have you looked at, like, top streamers and how much money they get?
Oh, yeah. They get $1 million deals.
That's what I'm saying.
To kind of just be in front of a camera.
Yeah.
And, like, talk to chat or play the game or just, like, read up on current events, really. They pay like millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Where's all that money coming from?
Yeah.
And how can we get a piece of that?
Because, like, I know where people can just get on YouTube. They make, like, a short video. But if they sponsor, like, let's say you get up to the point where you're like, I don't know.
This video is sponsored by so-and-so.
Like, oh, I'm drinking Deer Park. Deer Park sponsored me to do this. So, like,
so
you get to that
there's
point.
the video, there's the money that you get from the video, boom. Then there's the sponsor, this little bit sponsor that you did, like 20 seconds or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, they pay probably like $100, like $100, $200, whatever like that. Then there's you streaming and people giving you gifts. That's 3. That could just vary from stream to stream, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we talk about like just the video views that you're gonna get after you upload. Because there's the initial upload and there's people gonna go back and like watch the videos again and again and again. Or there's just new people that you haven't met yet that are gonna watch that video and you just get more money. It's a rolling ball, or it's like snowball really. That just is constantly tumbling. So they're able, like streamers like that, streamers like Kai and that, they're able to just hold a lot of money.
Yeah.
And not really feel repercussions. Like Kai is a great streamer. He's like not problematic at all. But he was so blessed with the opportunity to acquire like the fan base that he has.
So like, how did he get on? Because I heard about him all of a sudden.
Really, it's like he was in the game with a bunch of other people like Agent Zero or Phantom, Duke Dennis, where they played 2K. They were big 2K content creators and they were entertaining, and so they just like amassed followers while playing 2K and whatever like that. Then he started branching into other ventures like Playback, where they talk about like recent events, like current news or drama like that, scandals and stuff like that. They would cover that, and people would be like interested in that too. So now you have a whole other niche, like I said before, that people like current event niche. This guy Jamari, he has like 1 million followers. He like uploads like every day, and it's always like him in front of a computer screen. So this person they did something like Neon, he's a streamer. He's a real bad guy. He got arrested in Dubai because they have very strict recording laws, and so he's facing a year in prison in Dubai. And so he would just cover that, and that would get comments, I would get likes, shares, all that stuff, because it's like current event, and people would go to him for current events. It's a rolling ball, and he has sponsors like all the time.
And I can imagine getting paid about being a streamer. That's already automatically about 5 different streams of income just in streaming alone. Like how you said, like imagine putting a video on YouTube, putting a video on Twitch, and putting a video on TikTok.
Yep.
And that's already 3 ways, right?
Yep.
Twitch pay, right?
Twitch pays, yes.
Okay. So imagine all 3, like imagine going viral on all 3 platforms, right? And then you got TikTok paying you a couple thousand, if that's how it works. YouTube and Twitch paying you a couple thousand each. And that's just that. That's just you putting a video there. Like how you said, then so-and-so 50 people on Twitch want to give you $100 because, that's your gift or whatever.
Yeah,
and
they
then,
like it that much. Here's $100.
That's insane. They just handing money out. But you know what, though? Honestly, you can say that about this, I think. I don't know. I think you can say that about this generation of people. Like, wherever the wealthy people are, they don't mind just giving you money. Like if you can sell good enough,
Yeah.
if your
If
content
you're
was,
profitable, they will give you money to
yeah,
profit, and then they'll get the money back.
they'll get the money back. Exactly. Like essentially, I just don't recall. I could never recall a point in time prior to this time where anybody would just say, "I like you're funny. Here's $1,000."
Yeah, that's not the case. Usually you have to perform, like American Idol.
Yeah.
If you win American Idol, you get a record label and you get an album or
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like cool, but that's not anymore. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
It's I don't know. For me, I've seen it more collaborative than not. Like by that I mean, I'll invest if there's a, what do they call it? Return
profit.
Yeah, They call it ROI, maybe return of investment.
Return on investment.
Yeah, they call it that, I think. So it's just like you know, we live in that kind of world as well, you know, where it's just like charity. Can you call it charity? It's like you made me laugh, so I'm gonna give you $50.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, but I guess that's how it's always been. I don't know. I'm trying to.
I just thought about something that's like that could be really dark.
What?
It's like, you made me laugh. Here's some money. It's like performance.
It is performance, though. It is. It's like how it's based off of how good you can paint, or how funny you are, or how good your food tastes. It's, you know, I'm paying for the way that you make me feel, essentially.
Yes.
If I just hollered the entire time you were on stage because you were that funny and I had a blast, then I'm gonna give you $2,000, you know?
Yes.
And it's just like, okay, so what happens when there are people like us where we do make people feel some kind of way, but like nobody, you know, like where's the money at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can stream to 100 people, but are they gonna give me money for it? No.
yeah,
I don't know about that one. Not yet. The point is like to grow the fan base, and then people discover you, and they're like, oh, a lot of people are following this guy. Why do they follow this guy?
yeah.
And it's really just like it's a marathon. It really is. Do you want another fun fact?
So give me your fun fact. Your fun fact.
The Washington Post in 2020 said that we are the unluckiest generation in U.S. history, and that we face the worst economic odds, and that we may never recover. Despite the U.S. being despite us being the most hardworking, most educated, while having the most jobs, we still can't be as well off as our parents or grandparents.
That sucks. That just makes me want to say,
what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Because what's the point of stressing? Because, like, I ain't going to say I'm stressing, but I can say that I'm kind of stressing or something. Because it's like I'm doing all of this stuff, not just for money, but I mean, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you enjoy it.
I enjoy it, but I would love to be paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I would love for there to be some sort of compensation for my time, you know? I don't know, but...
That goes back to what you said before about your prices and how people are like, whoa, why is so much for this?
Yeah, whoa, $300. Dude, I should be charging you $300,000. Y'all just don't know, bro. Y'all just don't know the worth of things.
Of creativity.
Like, it takes a lot of mental it's very mentally strenuous to come up with a concept for you people that have no idea what you want to do. All you know is that you want to be seen doing certain things on camera, but you don't think about it from the filmmaker's mentality, which makes it to where you think the value should be way less than it actually should be. The value, because we're using our minds, which is a very powerful muscle, to develop a way to make you look appealing to other people that'll get you sales. Like, we're doing all this and you get the sale, but you wanna pay us $20 for our time. Like, that's insane, dude. So hard working, yes.
Yes.
Multiple job having, yes, absolutely. It just sucks, 24. This is the prime time for you to kind of start your independent life. You know, everybody older than me, like as far as like people, adults, real adults, we're adults, but I'm talking like people like in their 40s or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They started their independence at this age or earlier. At least by this time, they already have families to sustain.
Oh yeah, like their blueprint was, go to school,
Mm-hmm.
finish high school, go to college or go to the army or whatever, finish, wife, kid, house.
Mm-hmm.
They had a straight line to go through, and it worked for them. We do not have that straight line. We have crossroads and everything like that. We can do this, we can do that, but they all kind of just eventually lead to what we're at right now, which it doesn't really work. We're still struggling.
See,
It's
so
not a guarantee.
it makes me think about then, do you think that the people from before, like our parents in that age group, are less, I don't want to say less creative as far as like they are not creative, but they were more so taught to not pursue artistic thing. I feel like they were more um, career, like their career mindset wasn't,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, because my dad, he's a electrician, but he's like a lot of other things that he can like. He works on cars.
Uh-huh.
He's like an engineer, kind of like. So, in his mind, he played sports throughout high school. He constantly tells me about how many sports he plays, but he's not in a sports career.
Mm-hmm.
He works at a plastics company, and again, he's smart and he knows how to do like a lot of stuff. I talked to him about that a lot. But instead of going for the sports, he went for electrician because that's easier and that's more in demand. Because you need like an engineer, you need an electrician to work wires and in different kind of fields and stuff like that. So he went for a career path than what he actually wanted. I don't even know what he actually wanted.
I think that was the case of them growing up, cause it also trickled into our generation, but it stopped. It stopped at a dead end really quickly, like before we kind of grew up, if that makes sense. Like the whole, you gotta be a doctor, lawyer, you gotta be something important. Like you can't be an artist, you can't be an artist, you can't be a streamer.
Money,
Yeah. You can't be a streamer, you can't be an artist, you can't be a radio show host. You can't do stuff like that, like, cause that's more so based off of clientele, I guess. Like you gotta have an audience to be a streamer. So don't depend on that, cause that's unstable income.
Yes.
Like you gotta have
relevancy.
Yeah, like, and that's I think that's the way they grew up. So a lot of people that I know, they were taught that they needed to be something like a nurse. How many black females do you know that's a nurse?
Bro.
I know every single black female I know is a freaking nurse, and I'm just like, bro, come on. Like, you want to do something else. There's so many people that I know, like my dad, for example, he could draw, but he works at a plant job. And it's just like, that's probably because you were told somewhere in your life that would not be stable income for you and your family. You're a man, you have to provide for your family, and you probably thought that you couldn't do that as a person that drew sketches. And I'm just like, that could not be so far from the truth, but I guess it is. It does depend on how you make people feel. You gotta
Perform.
You gotta perform, and that sucks. Like they'll pay to see you draw in a room. Like if they can watch you draw live and it's really good, they'll pay you a lot of money. Yeah, they do. I know, and like they'll pay you money for that. Like if you get on stage, for example, whole thing. If you're a comedian, you're on stage, and these people have a wonderful time with you, then they'll pay you money because you made us feel lighthearted,
right.
But see, like I've always had that issue for me specifically. I do the most I could do, I feel like, is probably write a book, and then it's just like, how many people could you write a book to? Poetry is the way that I can make somebody feel some kind of way, and then like filmmaking. But then like I said, if you don't have an audience to even look at any of that stuff, then how could you do anything like that, if that even makes any sense?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So pretty much like, if you were to start now. Like, I'm just saying for anybody, it would take a lot. You would first have to like get a job, like a somewhat well-paying job. I'm gonna use your former workplace, Walmart. So you get to go to Walmart and you get to work and stress at Walmart for however long. We're gonna say like 4 whatever months. You buy your camera, you're out like $500 already.
And you know what? A good camera is not worth $500.
What's the price of a good camera?
That camera is, when I bought it, it was $2,500. This camera is my sister camera, so I don't know how much that one was, but it wasn't cheap.
$2,500 for a camera.
If you want a decent camera, I haven't had to get a new camera since I started, so that's why I bought that one.
That's pretty much an investment then.
Yeah, that was an investment.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just like, so like you're saying, you have to work a 9 to 5. You're gonna have to, which sucks. It shouldn't be like that. Like your 9 to 5 should be something that you actually like to do, like do video. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you have to support your own dreams because ain't nobody else gonna do it. So you got to go to Walmart. You got to slave for. You got to slave.
12-hour, 8-hour shifts.
8-hour shifts for probably about 4 years. Cause he said 4 months. I don't know about 4 months.
I'm not sure. Like 4 months. I'm not sure how much money you would have. I was giving a little like estimate on your first step, like your first purchase step in getting into video editing or filmmaking.
So, you as a streamer, how much did all of your equipment cost together?
So I got an audio interface, I got the microphone, and I have the arm.
That's all?
No, that's not.
I was about to say that's not.
That's not it. No, for sure, that is not it.
Okay.
I was trying to go like that. That was the most recent thing.
Okay.
So all 3 of those, that was $300.
Okay.
So $300. My PC, that's $800. Even then, I can't like play whatever I want. I play certain things. Even then, it's like the lowest graphical settings. Okay, so 800 plus 3, it's like 1100 right there. Boom. PS5, 500. 1600. There you go. Total. Then I need the capture card, and that was $100 more. So it's like 1,700 setup. But
and then you have to buy the games.
Then you gotta buy the games.
Yeah.
70 every like month or two. Then you need monitors to play the game for the game to look good.
And then you gotta have a camera, don't you?
Yeah, you need a camera too. Camera was like $80.
Okay. So what do you think about $2,000?
I would say $2,000, and that's over like 2 years of working. Yeah.
Cause we not paid enough. If y'all paid us $30 an hour, like we probably should deserve anyways, it probably wouldn't have took him so long to get $2,000 worth of equipment. Freaking corporate America. Gosh.
Apparently, we are supposed to be earning $27 an hour.
You're supposed to be. Like, what do you mean?
Like I forgot what metric they used, but they were going off of back then and using real world and like using real world inflation, all that stuff right now. Mm-hmm. We should, bare minimum, with our education, all that stuff, be paid $27 an hour. I'm so serious. I'll find the article right now.
So that's $10 more than what you make.
Yep. You know how much $10 would change everything?
Per hour? Yeah, I know.
You want another fun fact?
Go ahead.
Ooh. I'm cooking. I wrote this down. I'm like, I was writing it down. Like, yo, this is some good information.
Okay.
And it's not just us. Baby boomers are moving in with their kids because they don't have a retirement plan, despite half of them saving money the majority of their lives.
Listen, the 401k stuff is a scam. It's a scam. Why do you think? How can you survive off of $100,000? For how long can you do that?
Not very long.
And man. Listen. Everybody listen to me right now. Take out your 401k and invest it. That's the only way you're going to have a happy retirement. And if you invest it in a property that can get you, and I'm not trying to sound like a real estate agent here, because I don't even know. But I just know that the 401k stuff, that's a scam, bro. And I'm getting ready to take mine out and invest it into somewhere, someplace. Because you have a 401k, right? No?
No, I don't. I just get everything that I'm owed, I get.
Okay. Well, that's fine. But if you did a 401k, because it's like if you do it through a company, for example, Walmart, they match my 401k. I don't know how it really went. I just know that whatever money came out of my paycheck, they matched it. So it's basically making double for my retirement. Mm-hmm. And I think when I looked at it, is Merrill Lynch. That's the company, Merrill Lynch.
We're talking to you, Merrill Lynch.
Merrill Lynch was like, if you keep putting this amount, because I don't really know what I was putting in there. I just signed up for it, but it did me well. I have a couple $1,000s in there. Great. But it's just, if I had kept that same percentage going into that Merrill Lynch fund while Walmart was matching it, I don't know why they thought I was going to be at Walmart until I was 60.
That's a crazy assumption.
Anyways, so yeah, they say if you keep going at this rate, by the time you're 65, you'll have $60,000 in the bank. I'm like, are you freaking lying to me? What? I cannot even buy a house with that. Are you serious? And this is 2024. Imagine 2065, guys. What you think? You think I'm gonna buy a house for $60,000 to live in? You think I'm gonna buy? I can buy a car, and that's not even the nicest car. Probably, it's probably like a Honda. And I don't got nothing against Hondas, cause I drive a Honda. But it's just like, if I'm retired, I should be living my best life.
Yeah, and living your best life with 60,000, that's like, like that's not even counting like what would happen in between then, like work-related injuries, funeral. I'm trying to think of like what else. Really, just like work-related, like just if you're hurt, sick, funeral expenses, all that kind of stuff, car accidents. You never know, and you can just blow through 60,000 in a decade.
Yeah, it wouldn't even take a decade. Like, that take a couple seconds. And then with the way that it's all going these days, you're not gonna be able to survive off $60,000. You can't do it. You can't do that. Like, am I supposed to pay off my bills? Like, you can't do it. Like, that's not enough money. So, 401k is a scam, and it's just gonna be a scam, and it ain't never gonna be not a scam. It's always gonna be a scam.
Well, thank you for telling me, so I don't.
But no, if you invest into it though, like it's good to invest into it while you're working, like have your company match it, because then that's like double money. But don't use it for retirement. Like that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna sustain anybody. But if you take it out, I only did it for probably less than 5 years for sure, and it's almost $20,000 in there. So it's just like, that's not enough. If I want more than that, so that you can just think about 10 years working.
Yep.
And you take let's say it come up to about $40,000. You can take that and you can buy land, or take it and buy like 2 houses and renovate them and sell them for like like $200,000 each.
You know what's crazy?
What?
We have a housing epidemic right now. In houses they're like 300,000, like what you said before. So even getting a house with like the plan you had, it would be so hard to even do.
Yeah, you would have.
And you have to renovate the house. You gotta sell. You gotta market it. And by that point, it's just like, bro. Like, yeah. And then there's a surge of squatters.
What do you mean?
People who break into houses and they squat in the house.
Oh yeah.
There's a pandemic of that too, like mostly in New York. And some people, they have to pay the bills of the house that they renovated, and the squatters, they won't leave.
They gonna have to leave.
There's some kind of like law or whatever like that, to where the squatter's been there for a certain time period. They don't live there, but
no,
it's hard to get them out of there. It's some kind of legal issue. I'm not sure about.
So you saying that the police couldn't take them out?
They could not take them out.
Wow.
If they've been in there for a certain period of time.
That don't sound right to me.
Is this
Ain't no
right?
way. It's my property. What are you doing?
Exactly.
You're trespassing.
But it's like you haven't been here for like 60 days, then they've been here for like 30. So it's like you kind of just like not been there. It's some kind of legal issue. I have to just talk about it. So I can show you later.
Yeah, please show me later.
Bet.
'Cause that's just baffling. What you mean? I bought the property and you get to sit in there for free? No, bro.
And they're taking them to court too. Like, and then so you have to pay lawyers over the period of time of the court case. So you're not only you're paying for the bills and stuff like that for the house that you are not living in, but someone else is living in there. Then you have to take them to court, pay the lawyer money for him to like work the case, and even then that might take a year or two.
I mean, and then that's not even your prime house. You paying this secondary house payment.
Exactly, you're paying 2 houses and 2 bills.
And you paying your car payment. And you probably have a family over there too. And you paying for them to be able to be sustained.
Lord have mercy.
You know, I don't know. Me, I'm at this point where I'm just like, let's just go back to the days where
we back in the woods.
Yes. And I'm very serious about that too. Like, I just want to buy the land because it's mine, and I'll buy it, and then I'll do. You ever seen container homes?
Yes.
I want to do, because like they don't cost that much, but I think it costs a lot to make them livable. So like you gotta like insulate the walls and all that. But I don't know.
Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
For $2,000, you can buy a house on Amazon.
Amazon?
Yes. It's a foldable house.
Oh, is it boxable?
It comes in a box.
It's on Instagram. It's called Boxable.
It might be boxable.
And yeah, you fold the walls out like.
Yep.
Yeah, I follow them already.
Well, you already planning to do that.
Yeah, like I said, I really just, you know what, I'm gonna say this real quick. We got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Before I have to.
Stop.
Yeah. So. I just don't want to live on a government no more, and I don't want to depend on nothing that they got going on because it's all skewed anyways. So it's just like, if we go back to homesteading, I want to homestead so bad. Like, really badly. Do you know what? So what I'm saying is like, me and others who can contribute to the homestead get this a whole bunch of acres of land.
Oh, we going way back. Okay.
Yeah. I'm talking like Amish people.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, you got Buddy over there that can garden and he grow all the food and stuff. And then you got this.
We got girl, Sharon, who's a teacher. She teaches the young kids.
Yeah. She could be the teacher. And then there's somebody who makes clothes, and there's people that cook, and there's somebody there that can fish. And there's somebody there that can hunt. Like, everything we need is all in one area, and it's by people. So like we don't pretty much the payment is that we all are sustaining each other. Like, there is no financial transactions.
Right. I rely on you, you rely on me.
Yeah. I'll go hunt if you'll cook the food that I hunt, you know?
Yeah.
I'll go hunt if you can make me some boots. Like something like that, you know? And it's really Skyrim-ish. But I don't care, cause like that's like your only means of surviving. I feel like if we just retract back to the way that it used to be a very, very, very long time ago, like before industrialization whatsoever, no cell phone, no TV, no electricity. We all got candlelight. We all got sun and candlelight, and that's it. And there is no plug-in, no outlets, no modernized cars. Transportation, not unless, you know, we get to the point that we might just have to go to the grocery store every now and then, but that's so rare that you don't need a 2023 car to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
you have a car you already paid for, and you take it back and forth to the grocery store on occasion, because usually you can grow your own food. So, and then it's the healthiest way to live. It's the most financially free way to live. And yeah,
that's where we're all trying to be, financially free.
That's where we're all trying to be, man. That's the crazy part. Financially financial freedom just seemed like it's a very long way outside of our reach as we go further into
the years.
Yeah, yeah. Like it probably used to be attainable, but it's like you can't say that because there are kid millionaires out there.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You can't really say that it's so hard to. I mean, it's hard for us in our perspective, I guess. I don't know.
So you can probably trace back a lot of our current economic issues to politics and mega corporations just trying to get another dollar out of the pocket while they cut back. For example, making our food smaller, having less chips in a bag, or it's mostly air. Because there was a point, I want to say like 2008, where the bag of chips was a whole bag of chips, and it just became more and more air while charging you more or just the same amount with the price. Our generation lives paycheck to paycheck. We barely have money to invest long term, and yet we have more debt than any other generation.
Credit cards.
Credit cards, student loans,
Yeah.
boom, boom. There's the pandemic that we had for 2 whole years, and they got a whole lot of money during that time period because we're all home. Which, how does that work? If most of the country is at home, how are these corporations making more money?
But
Billions of dollars.
that's why they came up with. It was around before then, but it really skyrocketed at this point. Like Uber Eats, Grubhub.
Yep.
I don't know much about Grubhub, but Uber Eats for sure. Like any delivery service skyrocketed at that point because nobody could leave. Like Walmart came out with pick up today and Spark, and so that's like where we get the items for you. You order it online, and then we take it to your house. So you don't even have to leave your house. Like everybody, if you were paying attention back in 2020, like as a business owner, then you could have made a lot of money. Like it's a lot of problems right now that need to be solved, and as a business owner, if you were on top of it, you figured out a way for your business to solve their problems.
Dude, that has me thinking, like, if I was streaming or whatever, like I do now, like for almost full time, back in the pandemic, how many people were on their phones just like at home
looking for entertainment,
looking for something for entertainment,
hungry for it.
Yeah, like a lot of movies did pretty well too, even though despite movies in the pandemic, there were movies that came out in subscription services like Uber Eats, even movie ones like HBO Max, Netflix. They made a ton of money because no one else was. Good Lord, you just started.
I like bananas.
Yeah. People were just at home bored, being sick or whatever. They need to do something with their lives. So they were watching Netflix, they were ordering Uber Eats, and those corporations just like started eating up money.
It's just so with the current trajectory of the world, I feel like we may not have another pandemic as intense as that one, but
I hope not.
I feel like there's absolutely something coming up to where the government might fail. And this is seemingly off topic, but at the same time it still resonates because money
Rules the world.
It does. Money is based off of the well-being of our government.
Mm-hmm.
If the government fails,
the price, the value of our money drops.
yes. So, and then like if there's some sort of catastrophe in the United States, then the way we spend our money will change.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, for example, the COVID thing. It was so detrimental for the economy that people, like I said, figured out how to get around it, but they could charge more. And it's just because like this, you'll pay for it because you're desperate, because you want to solve your problem.
Yeah, you want to live.
Yeah, you want to survive. So you're going to pay, like your finances is dependent on, and COVID was man-made anyways. You don't think so?
I don't know.
That's another conversation. Anyways, they did that. That was all on purpose. It was on purpose, I feel like. But maybe that's just
to get more money out of us.
Yeah, like that was all just planned, and That
It
wasn't.
was so effective. Like, and we were around for what, like swine flu and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like Ebola. Was it Ebola?
Ebola, yes, Ebola, and there's other things, and it's just like it was never the flu. It was. I don't think it was ever. As
Like, it was
horrible.
bad, but I don't think it like it was big over here. But the pandemic was like a worldwide thing. And it was like
It was a worldwide
so
shutdown.
effective.
Yeah, because it was a fear tactic. You know,
Bomb drop.
golly,
Bomb
that's
drop.
a whole nother conversation. I'm telling you, they, if you look at the commercials, oh my gosh, we're going into another topic. If you look at the commercials, you'll see that all of them are skewed towards black people. I ain't never seen.
Oh, I saw that too.
You saw it, bro. That's what I'm
I saw other
saying.
people brought it up. I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah. Everybody on the COVID commercials was black, and they was getting them shots, and they was black, and they was promoting them shots as black people. Come on, y'all. You know we need to get the shot.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That, and they said I think they even said, I have to find like a fact on it, cause I don't know, but I think that they said that black people were more prone to COVID, and it's like, bro, we more prone to everything. Every disease out there is only for us. That's what they scared everybody into getting them shots, and then them shots didn't even work because everybody I know that got the shot, they still got COVID. And then people argue. They say, well, the shot is not supposed to protect you from COVID. Then what you get it for then? If you could get it with and without the shot, then why would you get it? And they say that it would have been less bad if you had the shot and you had COVID versus not having the shot and you got COVID. But honestly, I can say that I never got the shot and I wasn't going to get no shot.
Just like my mama.
For real?
Yeah, she didn't get no shot. She's a mail carrier, so she will mask up, for sure, gloves and everything. She didn't get a shot. She's fine. My dad, on the other hand, he was get a shot just to be
safe.
Yeah, like if you do get it, because I've heard of people who suffer from long COVID and they have like lung issues and they're not as active like that anymore, but they're working towards being active like they used to. So my dad, he was like, just get it, just to make sure you'll be fine. If you get it, you won't be as bad. My mom's like, I'm not getting it.
Dang, so both of your parents were on two different extremes.
Yup.
That's crazy. So you went more so with what your dad said.
I got it, but I still got COVID. It was like 2 weeks. That was pretty bad.
2 weeks. Well, you know what? Actually, no. Because me and my mama, we had got COVID twice. And neither one of us got the shot. Nobody in my family got the shot. Nobody in my immediate family got the shot. Everybody outside of the family got shots. Mm-hmm. And if you just go back, and maybe this is too conspiracy theory-like, but if you go back, you can see that like the COVID disease was like a mental thing as much as it was a respiratory attack. It was definitely mental too, and I can attest to that because when I was sick for the full 2 weeks, all I could do was just sit there like this. Yeah, and I was stuck. And I was stuck for 2 weeks.
I couldn't do anything.
I couldn't move. I couldn't text anybody back. It was a struggle. And I know anybody listening could attest. It was a struggle to get up and walk to the door. Like, it took the absolute most energy out of me and my mom to get up and walk anywhere. And she couldn't eat. She couldn't eat for days. I could still eat. I could eat, but I couldn't eat that much. Like, I just ate because I knew I needed to, and I was never hungry. But it was definitely mentally effective, and that was the point of it. To have you stuck like that's what they wanted.
Like a zombie.
Yeah.
You're stuck at home. You're gonna watch TV. You're gonna order Uber Eats or DoorDash, groceries. We're gonna raise the prices of groceries. Dude, you might have just blew my mind just now. You actually just might have blown my mind with that whole conspiracy theory.
It was all strategically done. I'm serious. Like, bro, anybody could go back and look at those old things, and you could just see all of the propaganda like surrounding it. Like I said, it was all geared towards black people. I never seen a white commercial with COVID people on there ever. It don't matter what channel we was watching, black people was on there, and they was encouraging other black people to get the shots because they know that black people don't get shots. We don't do that
because we don't have the money to be going to the doctor like that. We figured that out like by ourselves. Like we'll buy some medicine from CVS or like that, but we're not trying to go to the doctor and get a checkup because they cost a lot. They take a lot out of pocket.
I mean, it's just, we don't do that because like black people kind of already have that kind of mentality. Like, I'm not going to the doctor, and that's not everybody. It's not everybody, but it's usually black people. That's a whole nother thing.
Black
it's
people
just
is like people of color.
Like, yeah, it's just like because they know, and I know this from personal experience. They don't want to go to the doctor because they automatically it's something that's gonna come up to where they
get some kind of money out of you.
Yeah, like you go to the doctor for a checkup, and all of a sudden you realize you got heart cancer, and it's just like, see, that's why I don't go to the doctor. It's
you have to pay for the checkup. You have to pay to go multiple times. So you have to pay for the medicine and the hospital fee, whatever like that, for just staying there and taking up their electric bill or water bill, whatever like that.
It's just too much. That's why if we just live off the land, you wouldn't really have to go to the doctor because, and I'm not saying that can just solve the world's issues, but it kind of can, because there wasn't no doctors back in Jesus's time, was there? No. So really, if you just took time to study, you could realize that there's natural remedies to heal headaches and migraines, and natural remedies to heal everybody that they tried to kill for finding a solution for cancer had a natural remedy.
Yeah. Because
that's what.
There's a reason why there are jokes that, like, when someone creates oil from plastic, the comment section is just like, "Hey, the FBI coming for you, bro."
Yeah.
Because they know, like, whoa, you can't be making plastic into oil and using that as gas because that just eliminates our.
Yeah, that's because it's all strategically created. Like they want you, they give you poisonous food so that you get high blood pressure, and they put you on the high blood pressure pill, and then
they sell that to you for like $70 or something bucks.
Yeah. Money,
yep.
money. And it's just like, all you have to do, if you go on a fruit and vegetable fast for a week, you won't have high blood pressure no more. That's the cure. Like, don't nobody, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to live off the government because they just scammers and they liars, and that's all they are, and that's all they have been. I mean, honestly. So it's just like, if we just become Amish, like, then I feel like they're not worried about nothing, because if the government crash, which it very well may soon, then they are not affected because they still have their grass, they still have their soil, they still have their trees and lakes and waters and ponds. Yeah. I think that's where we need to move towards. And I feel like, all these self-driving have you seen that movie, what is that movie called? It's on Netflix. The World Left Behind? Leave the World Behind?
That sounds familiar. I might have seen the poster.
Okay. It's practically about the not government failing, but it's about all of the modernized all of the modernized technology being hacked. Mm-hmm. And they never showed who it was hacked by, but maybe it was hacked by either those people in the Middle East or Chinese people, Asians, some people, I don't know. But the point of the movie was that we are all too self-reliant on technology to sustain us, and that's the issue, though. That's the issue.
That kind of is the issue.
You want a self-driving car, bro? Just drive. Why would you not want to drive yourself? Like, you want to depend on the car to.
The car could fail.
The car could fail.
You judging with your brain
you would be more likely to make a sharp turn than the car would. I mean, be serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the car probably detour, like take you like longer to get to wherever you're going because it didn't have the forethought to like, oh, that person's backing up. I should probably go over there.
Yeah, because computers malfunction, guys, and that's just the issue. Like the whole movie, it came out a long time ago about the robots taking over.
iRobot?
Probably. And I was just like, oh, please. That's so sci-fi. Get out of here.
Hey, we have AI now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, like, and then, like, to tie this in with the whole living in 2024 at age 24, it's like, what are we supposed to be doing? like, there's all this self-checkout stuff and these Teslas and, you know, I mean... You know what I'm saying?
You blew my mind again just now.
What?
With the self-checkout. So with self-checkout, in my mind, they're like, wait a minute. So now you don't have to hire as much people because of self-checkout, but you're still profiting from all the people who, from the people who are buying the food and stuff like that, while cutting back on actual salaries for people.
Tariq, that's what I'm saying, man.
Dude,
they trying to take over, bro. Like we gotta get off. We gotta stop relying on them because they just lying and that's all they do. That's all they do. All they do is lie, cheat, and steal. That's the government that we live with, and that's why I'm saying if we just, who cares about the grocery stores? Leave them to themselves. If we buy some land, plant the trees and the plants, and we did like actual farming like they did about 60 years ago, you know what I'm saying? If we revert back, because that's what history, you go to school to learn history probably because it's going to repeat itself anyway.
Definitely.
That's what happens, right? Like none of us know how to garden anything. We don't know how to grow food. Do you realize that nobody has to be hungry if we all realize that the food was in the ground?
Yeah.
There don't have to be no starving people. Because the food is here, like it's here. You just lack the knowledge of how to make it bear fruit for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody has to starve. Oh my gosh.
You can there's so many like vegetables and I think maybe some fruits that you can cut off and reuse like the piece that you cut off and it will just make another one.
The point is, we don't have to.
We're not saying like world hunger is gonna end if we all just start planting.
Dude,
there's like there's
it
8
could.
billion of us. There's so much of us like the demand for. Just mean like the seeds or whatever, like just all the lettuce seeds. There's like 4 billion of us. It would. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but I'm saying every person alive right now, there's like 8 billion of us.
If we all farmed, you gotta think.
How many areas of the farm would we like have?
Like how many?
Like like square feet for us for it to live and to farm.
Listen, one tomato plant. It's a yeah. One tomato plant grew in my container, a bucket, and it grew several tomatoes.
Right.
I'm not gonna eat all them tomatoes. I don't actually care for tomatoes at all. But it's just the fact of, Americans. We so used to these
fast food and just convenience.
It's oh my gosh, the convenience. That's what it is. Gosh, we don't have any patience. We want our food right now. We want it hot right now. Hot
we want to blow up right now.
We Americans, we don't got time to wait on no banana tree to grow.
Right.
We want our bananas right now, so we're gonna go and get them from where they say is California, which is really just Walmart shelves, probably grown in some lab or something. I mean, that's just how it works. And so, again, you made this point earlier. The food, the bag of chip thing.
Yep.
So, like, if we're talking about meat or vegetables, let's grow the vegetables in the garden so that we don't have to, not the garden, in the lab, so that we don't have to, because it's in high demand. The vegetables.
Yeah. And
we don't want to pay any farmers, and we need these vegetables right now.
Bro, pay farmers, man. They go through so much. They know.
They go through a
They're
lot.
so smart to know like what type of season it is. like if the crops is infested or not. Just pay farmers. They're so smart.
And it's like we eating watermelons all year round, cause Walmart sell them all year round, but they not always in season.
Right.
You can't always have. It's unnatural. That's just my whole point. That's like my passion. Why? It's unnatural, and I just don't like anything that's not natural. Like medicine. I don't want to take no medicine. I'd rather not. But I did take an allergy pill. I did. But honestly, I was gonna wait it out because I didn't want to be on a podcast sneezing and coughing and stuff. But like that's what I would have done. I would have just would have. Yeah, because, like, there's tea, and then you can drink the tea because it's got the herbs in there that'll clear your respiratory out. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I have, if I'm having stomach issues, if you take, like, some ginger and other things, I just know specifically ginger, like, it'll clear your gut out. Like, and then you won't have the discomfort in your stomach anymore. Like, it's just, we're so used to, and it's just, like, years of conditioning. Like, you got to go to the doctor. And when you get to the doctor, you got to take the medicine that they give you because they know the best. And that's not the truth. They want your money.
There's so many doctors that scam their patients. There's one doctor literally told, like, a lot, I'm not sure if it was everybody, but he told a lot of his patients that they have cancer, and they went to chemo, and it was him, and they paid him money, and he made hundreds of thousands of dollars telling people a lie.
See, and that's just the issue with Americans, because we don't know how to think for ourselves. We let the government tell us everything that we need to know, which is why there's a lot of questions now about the earth. Like, is it sphere? Is it a sphere, or is it flat? I know some people that think it's flat.
So I don't know who thinks it's flat. Kyrie Irving.
Man, and they be having points. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what to believe, so I don't really join in that debate. But it's just the fact of, like, nobody is thinking for themselves. If we all just paused and just thought for 2 seconds about the way the earth used to be, if we all just paused and just waited and just thought out the fact that all these medicines that we have today didn't exist back then, and it didn't kill everybody, to take a natural solution rather than some medicated prescription. You know what I'm saying? That does not have to be the cure. And if we just thought about it for like 2 seconds, I feel like there would be a mass difference.
I just want to say, we're not gonna devalue doctors.
No.
What we're saying is the cost. This is go back to our core topic. We got off topic a bit. The cost of the medicine for us to live is a lot. It's a lot more than it probably should be, and that's because they want to profit off of us being sick a lot.
That's the whole ploy. Like, the whole ploy is just to get the people sick and get them in need of a doctor. And then, not every doctor is a scammer, but there are some most doctors that'll be like, yeah, you got high blood pressure, let me give you a pill for that. I got a pill solution for that. I got a pill solution for your depression. I got a pill solution for you wanting weight loss. Like, and it's quick, and all you gotta do is take it, and you'll lose 80 pounds in 2 weeks. Like, it's just...
That's so funny, because I know you don't know about this.
What?
There's actually a pill going on. I forgot what the pill's called. But it helps with weight loss. So a lot of celebrities are buying...
Is it Ozempic?
Yes.
Oh my God, Ozempic.
So, a lot of celebrities are buying Ozempic to weight loss.
Gosh.
And the people who need it, because they have actual, like, health issues, they're like, dog, it's so high. I can't afford this thing that I need to live.
Like, if you just go to the gym, it's the same effect. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not everybody goes to the gym. It's like, some people...
Freak the gym. If you just worked out, you can work out at home. You can go to the park. You can go to the gym. If you just worked out naturally, you can get the same effect. Stop eating so much. Like, it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying?
Clean. Like, watch what you eat. Eat clean.
Oh, if people would just realize that the food that they serve us, sure, it looked healthy because it's a salad, but at the same time, you don't know how much sodium is in a salad. Like, bro.
Is it interesting?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like they got sugar, they got sodium, they got all these big words that you can't pronounce in the salad, and it's a salad. And you know, us being conditioned, oh, that's a salad. Yeah, let me get that from Panera. And every single item at Panera is oversaturated with fat. Every single piece. That's why I don't go there no more. We won't go to the bagel has 1,400 grams of freaking sodium in it.
The bagel that we use again?
Yeah. And you eat the bagel and your ankles be swollen. Bro, your cholesterol is high now.
You eat the bagel and your ankles be swollen.
You would think that it's sweet, but it's sweet.
It was sweet. It was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was busting.
It was great. But
now it's like, whoa, this is a lot of sodium in this.
Oh my god.
Is that good for my heart?
It's not good for your heart. And no matter how good it tastes, it's actually bad for you. And it's just, you know, it just takes people to just be like, if we boycotted all of these people because they was trying to give us stuff that was going to kill us, then they would have no choice but to change.
I think we're boycotting Starbucks, I think. But you know, all the white women, we need our espressos or whatever like that.
I feel like they tried to boycott Starbucks, but that obviously wasn't ever effective. I think that happened twice. One, because there was, I do not know at all. But I think that there was somebody gay that was working there and then they got fired and then they tried to boycott them. Something like that. Something to do with LGBTQ, I think.
Maybe. It might be to do with the Israel-Gaza thing.
That too.
Okay.
I seen that one.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I just know that they tried to boycott Starbucks twice, and it just, I don't know.
I think we're gonna do like one more.
Okay.
It's more like a statement than anything. They're setting us up with the mega corporations. They're setting us up to work till we die, while the people in power are trying to ban TikTok because they think China is stealing our data and putting fake propaganda in our media. Wow. Facebook gave Netflix, like, I'm not sure how many, but a lot of our DMs on Facebook, they gave to Netflix so that Netflix can make movies or TV shows. And I think Netflix paid like $1 billion for like all of our information. So the information that the people in power, the mega corporations in Congress or whatever like that, they're trying to ban TikTok for data sharing because they think the Chinese government is accessing our data on TikTok. That same government is allowing Facebook to sell our DMs, our private DMs, to Netflix so that they can make movies, so that they can make millions of dollars and TV shows and movies like that. It's the same mega corporation that created the hyperinflation on top of pandemic inflation to generate profit.
So tell me how you feel about that.
How I feel about inflation and something like that?
Just what you just read.
What you read? I think it's hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
I think that most of the people in there are white. So that kind of just tracks of just... that kind of just tracks of mega corporations. They want to profit off of us while making us poor. They want the rich stay richer, poor stay poorer, and which is why I just can't conform to just the whole 9 to 5. Like, my mindset is you gotta make it out, so you don't have to live like this. And my goal is to just make it out, really, to not be paycheck to paycheck, to not struggle all my life, to where I am financially stable because I have people who appreciate what I do, love what I do, who feel for me, and they want me to succeed. And so that I can do ventures and give back and help other people out. It's pretty good statement, I guess.
Okay. I just feel like the solution was that we stop relying on the government. Because listen, they just lie. They lie. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can steal all you want to. U.S. government, but as soon as China want to do it, no, privacy. Yeah. We're gonna ban TikTok now because you're stealing.
You're making too much sense. You're talking too much over there, and like TikTok feels like it's like the biggest platform that you're able to express your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
and just be
because
notified.
because
Yep.
they'll block you on Facebook.
They'll censor you. They'll shadow ban you. You don't get no views.
Mm-hmm. Like
TikTok, nah.
Yeah. TikTok is wide open. That's crazy.
We know so much more than we would have on TikTok than on Facebook.
That's
or Instagram.
true. That is true.
You see everything going on in Israel and Gaza. You see all that on TikTok. But on Instagram,
you won't see it on
censored. Censoring of information by our government to hold us back from seeing the truth. It has to end someday.
That's crazy, man. It's just like, cause that whole Israel stuff, I could never attest to it because I never saw it. You wanna know why? Cause I don't use TikTok. I wasn't gonna see that. I was never gonna. So like people saying free Palestine or whatever, I don't even know what they did. But
it's a long story, really. But the fact is the main thing is that Israel's being overly aggressive, and civilians are getting caught up. Like children are getting caught up in the crossfire over like a band of rebels. Really, like hospitals are being targeted. Civilians who are trying to like people, the doctors overseas, they try to help them, and they're getting caught in the crossfire because Israel is overly aggressive with their with the war.
And America is backing Israel, right?
Yeah, we kind of are. They kind of are. I would say we.
It's funny because like you wouldn't associate yourself with the United States. I don't think I would either. That's why I'm saying let's just live on the land. Like we're here, sure, but like we were brought over here though. As African Americans, like, and I know some racist white person will be like, well, if you don't like it, then go back to your home country. Well, guess what?
You should. Like us over there.
Huh?
They don't really like us over there.
Africans don't like.
Africans don't like African Americans.
The Africans that I know like African Americans.
I'm so glad for that, but I've seen too many. Well, not seen too many. I've read about. I've done a little bit of research, and they were like we give them a bad name.
Oh well.
Because all the stuff we do over here.
Oh my gosh.
All the gun violence and all the rapping and all that stuff like that.
It's definitely concerning because I can agree. I mean, I don't stereotypically African Americans have a bad light, but that's just what the media portrays. Like you gotta think the white people are in charge of the media anyway. So
True.
If all we know about black people is that they just act niggerish, I should have said that.
That was out of pocket. I ain't gonna lie. What? I know you for how long, and you say that word?
That's what describes what the stereotype is.
Because there's definitely a difference between being black and being African American.
Yes. Yeah. So, if you look at them old propagandas about black people, it's all over. Like you just see, they make our skin this color, like tar.
Yep.
And then the lips be taking up the whole face.
Yep.
And then the hair be all kinky and undone, and it's just like that was our image. So for the Africans, because they're like the white people, the propaganda that I just described is what everybody would see about black people because the white people were in charge of the media. So an African
it's changed too, like in recent days, but it's more like
it's changed.
There's Sexy Red.
Oh my gosh, she's a whole nother thing, bro.
Yeah, the Sexy Red is the young thugs. There's the gangsters, whatever like that. But there are also people like us, like I'm gonna say black people.
That was basically what the first episode was about.
Yeah, it was. That's how I brought it up because y'all were talking about it. That's a good segue.
Yeah.
To episode 1 or 1? Yeah, it was 1.
Yeah, episode 1. Yeah.
But there is a difference between black people and people who just stereotype us to one singular thing. Well, me and you, we're a different kind of black people. We're the more creative ones, the ones that like. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. We don't do the hood rat stuff.
I mean, it's really unfortunate because you know there's only two types of listeners at this point. At this point, you're either a listener that could take away that me and Tariq that we better than everybody just because we not the stereotypical black person, which is not the case. But if we're being completely honest, that kind of person has a negative connotation to them,
Yes.
like the black person. Because like when you and I've been trying to think, is that because of the way we've been conditioned? Like all of that stuff that stereotypical black people do is just so wrong. Like, cause it's not even that it's wrong. It's not. There's nothing wrong about liking rap music. But then when you get into, you can't do that though. You can't get into black. You can't say black people are such barbaric and murderous people because that's just the media again emphasizing the fact that you know black people have
They shoot
gangs.
each other.
Yeah, they do. But you know, there's a lot of secret societies that are mostly ran by white people, anyways. Like that whole, all the motorcycle clubs. I mean, all of them. They cannot just be driving around here handing out stuffed animals. That's not what y'all doing. No. There's more to it than that. And I don't see no. There are black motorcycle clubs, sure, but I don't see.
I haven't seen any. What?
There are some. I'm sure there are. I haven't seen them either, but I would like to imagine that black people ride motorcycles and they got the jackets in sync with the other people.
Yeah, bike week in Myrtle Beach.
Okay, but as far as like, what I'm trying to say is that, like, what am I trying to say? What was the point? My point was just
the difference between like black people, I guess.
Yeah, the whole, you can't just pretend like white people don't commit crimes. They be the most they are the terrorists of the United States, if we're being completely honest.
I mean, yeah, like there's most of the school shootings are of
white males. Because they get mad for whatever reason. Their wife broke up with them. Now they want to kill everybody in the house, including everybody that go to the same school that their kids went to. Yeah. What are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Targeting kids.
Like,
because you feel angry.
And that's just it. When a white man gets angry, everybody in his line of sight better watch out because he gonna spray and you might just get hit a couple times with the bullet, you know, because he mad today. He got fired today. So now we all have to suffer because he got fired today, y'all. So watch out if you see Thomas. Thomas just got fired, y'all. So don't come to work tomorrow because he might kill us all. Golly.
That kind of just sends it to the mental health of people nowadays, and how back then you didn't go to therapy. Back then you was toughen up, chin up. You put yourself by your bootstraps. But we are we're kind of a softer generation now.
Yes, we are a very softer generation. I said that in the last podcast, the episode 2, that it's all these days. It's all just let's cater to everybody's feelings. Let's not leave nobody out. Like if you are, we're all inclusive. This is that generation.
Yeah, we don't like comedy's not even the same anymore. It used to be like funny back in the day, just to joke around. But people they take it so seriously. They're so sensitive that you can't even joke about anything anymore. And it's so sad.
Like that terminology that people used to call each other. I remember back in like middle school days. So I gotta say that we're probably like from 12 to about 14. Boys used to call each other the F word often. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yes, and the Q word, QU.
I don't think I was around that kind of.
Okay, you didn't hear that? I heard queer often, and they use it in a derogatory sense. You can't do that today. No. You'll get a fine. You get taken to jail. Like, you know, it's just stuff like that.
You get canceled. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
People will hit up your school, but hey, this guy said this and this, and like, oh, you can't come to our school no more, bro.
Oh yeah.
We do not allow, because they classify that as like bullying.
Yeah, I mean,
some schools have like no bullying tolerance, so you're just gonna be out of there, and then like, well, my life is done.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, you can't show any direct racism. Because then, you know, we'll pull that card like, oh, he being racist. Oh.
Yeah, pull the phone out. Say that again.
Yeah.
And
What you say?
They will say it again too, which is crazy. People say it again. I'm like, okay, your life is ruined because you're on Facebook. Someone's find your IP address. Someone find your house, and now you're fired.
Yeah, and
if you're racist, then like, I mean, cool. I'm perfect. Let's cancel all racists.
Yeah. It's just like the only thing that's like tolerable these days is if it's very
inclusive.
But like you can be racist because there's people are racist and homophobic and everything that still exists. But you have to, in order to get away with that these days, you got to be real low key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's where affirmative action comes in. That have you heard of that?
Yep.
Yeah. So like, golly, we talk about this at work all the time. Like, let's let X amount of black students in here. They don't have to have the qualifying grades or anything. Like, I'm talking about like a university.
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of statistics, let's let X amount of black people come. They didn't necessarily qualify. We just need them just to say that we're not a racist school. Like, that we don't just let white people in here. We let black people in here too. Yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? And it's just such a long... You can talk about everything for a million years.
It's a long, bumpy road. If
we don't all understand it, then what change can there be? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't talk about everything under the sun and stream it to where other people can have their minds
opened.
Yeah, like open your mind. That's exactly what it is. Open your mind to all of these things that are actually going on right up under your nose that you just either ignored or you could never see because you were distracted. Like, it's there though, you know? All of this stuff, you try to limit it down to one topic, but you really can't because then you start to, because everything is tied into each other. It is, and I don't know.
I want to hit this point before I forget, talk about the bill, and where the stereotype of a black person comes from. Back in the day, when you first got free, we was getting that like 30 acres and a mule, whatever like that. They kept us in poverty, and in poverty comes a need for something, and that need for something would be like money, car, whatever like that. So then we rob each other, and then after we rob each other, then we form gangs, and gangs turn into territories, and then we're infighting with our own people, like crabs in a bucket.
Tariq, it's all strategically done. Like, you see that?
Yes.
It's just a strategy to get us all to kill each other. Like, that's pretty much what the government wants. It wants not even specifically black people. Let's just limit the population. That's the whole agenda, I think.
Yeah,
that's
why
why
people of color just aren't as well off as mainly the white American population.
It's a lot of things factored into the grand scheme of it all. It's just to limit population. Abortion. Why are they pushing so hard for there to be abortion?
They're pushing hard for the choice of, like, just women's choice for abortion or not.
They do push for the choice, but it's such a
because some people
thing.
they don't have the necessary tools to take care of that child.
Do you know the natural remedy for that?
To
Stop having sex. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
A quick fix is what America is, and I don't know why everybody in such a rush to get over here. It ain't much here
we're kind of bad, dog.
Yeah, like you might want to stay where you are, cause
depending on where you are. Because for sure there are some places like way worse, but over here we have a lot of issues. We are not the America that y'all saw in like back in the day where hoorah, we're all gonna come together and like figure out a solution. Like no.
Yeah, they think that America is diverse and there's so much opportunity. But why you think that it's a lot of people down at the bottom of America? Like, where do you think they come from? If it's such an opportunistic place and everybody gets a trophy, that's not the case.
Participation trophy.
Yeah,
you did something. You didn't really do anything at all.
Like they may congratulate you and they may gently acknowledge you, but they won't give you what you deserve. And I'm speaking that in the perspective of artistry. There's so many good artists around here, but just because we not twerking, then I guess we won't ever be seen. You know what I'm saying? I guess we gotta be revealing with our clothing And I guess we gotta only involve all of our art around some sort of sexual immorality for there to be any glorification of what we can do. If you write poems, so who cares? I can do that. Literally. If you take a picture of landscapes,
I can take a picture too.
Yeah, like, so I got a phone, like, you don't do anything for me. But like, if you make people feel, if you induce this lust inside of people, if you feed it, then
here's my money. OnlyFans.
Yeah. OnlyFans. Girls dancing on TikTok with barely any clothes on.
Some girls, when they turn 18, they go straight to making OnlyFans because they know that they can get money out of people.
Cause like sex is like the biggest.
Sex sells.
Yeah, it sells real well in America. Real well everywhere. It's just a global faction to get into. I mean, not to get into. Don't get into it, please. Have more respect for yourself. That's another debate too. I feel like. It is. Should a girl, you get paid very well off OnlyFans. Yeah, you can be. You can. I don't know about millionaires. Sure, maybe. Let's just say that for the sake of saying it. You can become a millionaire off OnlyFans, but where is your self-worth? That's an ongoing debate on Facebook. Mm-hmm. It's like once a girl sell a picture, her self-worth go down. That's what they say on Facebook. That's what people are saying on Facebook. We don't have to get into that right now.
But in that conversation, there was a model, I forgot her name or whatever like that, but she made a lot of money, and she was maybe the top of the industry, I'm not sure, but she then turned to Christ, and she doesn't do that anymore.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I don't know her name. There was some white woman with red hair.
Oh.
But she got the money, and she's like, okay, I don't want to be this my entire life. I love God, and she turned to God. So I mean, people can change, but going as soon as you turn 18, I'm sorry, in OnlyFans, yeah, you're some kind of different dude.
Like, it's just for her to have turned to Christ. It's like, well, we already done seen everything that you have to offer.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and then from a man's perspective, some of them would be like, well, every man on the planet Earth can say that they've already seen you at your prime. And by prime, I mean naked. Yep. And probably orgasming or something. So it's just like, what is there left for me to even pursue you over? Like,
Yeah, at that point, what do you do? Are you pursuing brand deals? Are you making YouTube videos? Are you streaming on Twitch? I mean, that's probably what she's doing, honestly. Now that I think about it. She's probably streaming and doing YouTube videos and talk about her experiences. People are sponsoring her, doing podcasts to just talk about the industry, whatever like that, and how she's doing now. Dang, that's just rolling money right there.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy because she changed her mind and she's still getting money. Like, she said, I'm not going to do it no more, y'all. I'm done. And then everybody's still paying her to come through.
Yep.
Well, guys, the general topic for this was, the comparison of life now versus what it used to be. But, I mean, honestly, everything we're talking about still fits within that category. Mm-hmm. OnlyFans wasn't around back then. It was just prostitution. So nobody could see you. The only person that could see you naked was whoever you got naked in front of.
That or just the whole town, Sally. Yeah, she works at the brothel down there.
Yeah, and it wouldn't.
It was a smaller scale.
Yeah, it wasn't
a global thing.
Yeah, like everybody in India know what you look like naked, and you live in California. That's insane.
That's insane.
That's absolutely insane. But I don't know. I think the moral of the story is just we just need to live on the land that we were given when we got here, guys. That's where the food is. That's where everything we need is in the land. We don't
until
really.
Until they poison that too.
Until they poison it too. Hopefully, you can find an area where there's no poisonous air or whatever happens. Just try to. I don't know.
I don't know. Just live.
Try to live as natural as you can. The chances of everything being polluted is not as it's not as likely. Like,
it happens, but it's not as
Your chances of getting a poisonous item from the store is more likely than you growing it yourself.
And it might just be poison because you're taking it in too much at the same time. You're not like you're just garfing it down, and that's causing health problems like all that sodium, whatever, from Panera. You're eating too much, and it's bad for your heart. If you just moderate, eat more cleanly, moderate.
Honestly,
you live a more healthier lifestyle.
Just cut it out. Like, just don't eat it at all. It's not serving you anything but a temporary pleasure anyways, and it's just going to do long-term harm to you. Of course, it's fine to eat it every now and again, but I'm not saying, like, out of a month, eat it 8 times a month. No. I'm saying, like, you should probably do, hold on. You should probably just do it as a small amount as you possibly can. Anyways, guys, that's been it. You got anything else to add?
I'm not a big fan of the government.
Yeah, me either. That's what I'm saying. Let's just homestead. If you want to homestead, please send me an email. Cause I'm so serious, bro. I'm so serious. Like, my first house need to be off the grid. Like, I'm for real. But yeah.
Hey Jay.
Yeah.
How you didn't get the email?
No, I can get the email.
Nah, you off the grid, homie. Where you get the email?
No, I'm not off the grid yet. I need a team. Then I'll go off the grid.
Then you can't get
Well, yeah, after I go off the grid, that's it. You can't contact me no more.
Okay.
But so far, I'm still on the grid, so we're good. We're good.
Say less.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. You know, it's been fun.
Oh, of course.
And
I gotta come back next time.
Yeah, we'll come back and we'll talk to you again soon. Peace.
Peace.